I'm Cindi McGee. Today, we're going to take a peek inside the Whimsical Insects CreateAlong Box. Every month when my box arrives, it's like Christmas. Let's see what's inside the Whimsical Insects box. Okay, first we have a jar of mixed colors of ceramic hot fix cabochons. I absolutely love these. They're the perfect embellishment for almost any project, from fairy garden pieces and doors to jewelry. They're really fun. And let's see what's in here. This is a deco disc. Look at these awesome bugs. The detail is incredible. Let me show you how to use these deco discs. You want to use a release agent. I most often use water, but you can use mica powder or even Armor All. And I've just got some layers of clay here that are scrap, and I'm going to choose one. I have dipped this in water, and then you just apply pressure. And then you just peel it off, and you have this gorgeous, detailed, raised image. Things you can do with these deco discs are just absolutely beautiful. To highlight that awesome design a little bit, I'm going to use a little bit of mica powder. This month's box did include a jar of mica powder, but it was a different color than I'm using for this project. It was a blue shade. And I just like to use my fingertip and very carefully apply it over the surface. And it really brings out the details of the design. The next thing in my box is, look at this fun package, is a set of the new stamps that CreateAlong is making. And these are some really cute little bugs. These are great for making stamped impressions in clay, but I also like to use them and press a little deeper and try different mokumegane effects with them. You do want to use a release agent, I found, when using them to stamp deep into the clay. And I'm again just going to use water, but you can use mica powder or other release agents. I'm going to use the wide diamond marquee cutter from CreateAlong to cut out the first element for my jewelry from my bug mokumegane pattern. Okay, let's see what we have next. This is a new texture sheet. These are fantastic too. This one is Forever Ferns, and it's got some beautiful, delicate fern type images. You can use these a variety of different ways. You can run them through your pasta machine with a clay sheet. You can just place them onto the clay and roll over it, or they will stick to an acrylic block, which makes it a little easier to get a good, even, firm impression. I'm going to use that same mica powder that I used on the deco disc bug to highlight the impression, or the raised design in this case, on the black sheet of clay. You can also use other mediums to highlight a textured image. Alright, the next surprise in my box was this amazing wooden cutout of a dragonfly. Now you could make a gorgeous pendant with this, you could paint it, you could cover it with clay details here and there. It would be just beautiful either as a pendant or part of a mobile, but I have another idea I'm going to try with that, and I'll share that later. I love this silk screen. This is called June Bugs, and it's got bugs and moths and bees and some hex images. I love bees, so this is going to be a great addition to my bee material collection. And to use the silk screens, you want to place them with the colored side down against a clay sheet. I like to roll over them with my roller just to kind of make sure it's going to stay in place and it's good and tight before I silk screen. And then you want to screen with a heavy-bodied acrylic. Paints with less water content tend to screen better overall with less blur. Just carefully lift your screen to reveal your image, and then you do want to wash your silk screen right after use, and that way it'll be ready for use next time and the paint won't dry on your screen. I'm going to make some different jewelry pieces, so I have cut my different veneers into strips, and I'm going to use one of the wide diamond marquee cutters from CreateAlong to cut the first element for the jewelry that I'm making. Used the same cutter to cut out an image from that Mokumegane bug veneer that I made with the stamps, and I cut that one in half, and I'm going to place it on one side of this. I just chose an area that had the best bug impression. I'm adding a couple of the Hot Fix cabochons for the bug eyes, and you just want to press them into the clay a bit. They are hot fix, so once it's baked, they will adhere to the clay without additional adhesive. For the next pendant I'm making, I'm using the Deco Disc bug that I created, and I'm going to use my X-Acto knife, my craft knife, to just carefully cut around the beetle. And I'm going to place the beetle onto a piece that I cut using the same wide diamond marquee cutter from another veneer I had made earlier with some shimmer shifts. I used a stencil in the shimmer shifts. And here are my two finished pendants made with items from the Whimsical Insects CreateAlong Box. Remember to share your projects in our CreateAlong Polymer Clay Tribe Facebook group.